for people regarding like coding or just like college in general, like including hackathons, social life, everything, and the stress of it all? What do you guys suggest?
I mean, I would say like definitely college was like super tough experience for me, and like looking back on it now is like my fifth year about to finish. I definitely think that like my mental health suffered through it all because I'm a person that like stresses out a lot when it comes to classes and internships and everything. So I would just say like really like try not to overstress and overdo it. Like don't push always for the best GPA, especially like in this major. It's okay to not have all A's. Like recruiters don't really care. And like try to also enjoy it. I think that's something that like looking back, like I'm really glad that even though like I like was trying to study as much as possible, I still like put time aside, to like spend time with like my friends because those are the memories I'll be like looking at. I know I sound like an old person right now. It's like really sentimental, but like seriously, like I wouldn't want to take away those experiences ever. But like other than that, like the hackathons, I think all the stuff we talked about, like how to kind of get the first experience on your resume, how to make the connections, like how to sign the full-time job, like those are all really valuable. So I think just balancing it all is really tough. And I think in terms of classes, just work with people because I cannot imagine like doing this degree by myself. Like the amounts of work, like if I didn't have people who would sometimes take notes for me in class when I couldn't go, like who would work on problem sets with me or projects or like help me debug at like 3 in the morning, I would never finish this degree. And I think like making those connections is the most valuable thing because like those honestly like will last me for a really long time, and those are the people that can also refer you to further roles and help you with your career.
I agree 100%. I remember coming from high school, I was very much a lone ranger doing things all by myself. And I'm like, yeah, I can totally do great, get straight A's like I did in high school. First semester, freshman year, was just like whiplash. Like, what the heck just happened? And it really taught me that you can't do things on your own. You really need to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help either. Like, go to office hours, go to TA sessions, like, get it where it's at. You're paying for these classes, so like, milk them. Make sure you're getting them for
Yeah.
every drop that they're worth, because at the end of the day, like, it's worth it because you're at a job doing really well and you know this material because you took that extra mile when you weren't really feeling it and you'd rather watch an extra episode of that Netflix TV show you really like. You went to that professor's office hours and you did really well on that test and you're not stressed anymore. It's definitely a ripple effect when you don't study because you rather take like pleasure or something like that. But then if you think about it, if you get your work done at the beginning of the day, you get to spend time with your friends, you get to go do fun things. That's one thing that like I really I wouldn't necessarily say regret, but I was saving a lot of stuff for the semester. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have fun at Spring Fest. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I spent a lot of time focused on work. And I used to play on the case volleyball team. So I spent a lot of time training and doing work, but I didn't really like actually take a moment to smell the roses and like take advantage of everything Case had to offer while I had the chance. And now I'm not at Case anymore. So it's like you really gotta take it for what it's worth as the process goes, because you never know what can happen. Another pandemic could happen a year from now, and then you were saving like going to another hackathon because you were too busy this weekend or something like that. So just keep that in mind, that take advantage of right now, take advantage of going to your professor's office hours, take advantage of networking events, even though you might not feel up to it right now, because at the end of the day, it is worth it. But yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah, like everyone said, I think it is so important to figure out that balance, like with mental health and with putting in hard work and putting in minutes. For me, I kind of struggled because we exist within the context of this academic system where failure is seen as bad. But one thing I've learned over the past couple of years is that sometimes not everything you do is going to succeed, but that doesn't mean you won't learn from it. And even when if I look at stats overall, like every job I applied for versus every job I actually got, that number is not good. It's not, that's just the way it boils down. But does that mean the outcome was bad? No. Does that mean there weren't lessons that were learned along the way? No. But when you're in the thick of it, and when you are getting all those emails in your inbox, or when you are getting the recruiter say, "Oh, come back next year," it really hurts in that moment. But overall, like, the numbers even out.
You end up forgetting too. Like, you're like, oh wait, they rejected me. Did I actually apply for that job?